I don't want to come on here and state the same thing every single week. The funny thing is, I feel like I have to. I feel like I have to reiterate the differences between what we see on Monday and what we see on Tuesday. I want you guys to notice what you watch tonight. Look at the vast differences between literally every aspect of what happened on Raw and every aspect of what happened on SmackDown. Notice the differences in the crowd. The way they were almost in a comatose state on Monday Night Raw. And this was the same arena. Several of the same people attended both shows. The crowd was completely different. Polar opposites. I want you guys to realize the energy of the show. I want you guys to realize the energy of what we've seen between Raw and SmackDown. One brand looks hungry. One brand looks like it's pretty much living a do-or-die situation. The other brand looks like it's content with being mediocre. Less than that. I want you guys to notice the commentary team and how excited they are to call and present what SmackDown is putting on in the ring. Meanwhile, Monday Night Raw really doesn't seem all that excited about anything. Except for Corey Graves. He's always at the top of his game. I want you guys to notice the difference between Raw and SmackDown when it comes to authority figures. Each and every week, for several different segments throughout a 3-hour show, we see Mick Foley. And when Foley's not there, we see Stephanie. What happened on tonight's SmackDown? We did not see at all in a 2-hour program Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon. In fact, we haven't seen Shane McMahon in a few weeks. Do you want to know why that is noticeable? Do you want to know why that's important? Because the authority figures don't need to be there every single week. Do you want to know why? Because SmackDown has been hyping this show for weeks now. They were building to this show for 3 weeks, while Monday Night Raw was building to nothing. SmackDown has been building to this show for 3 weeks. Everybody knew what was going to be on this show. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon laid out what was going to be on this show in the weeks leading up to this show. There was no reason for them to be there because you knew exactly what you were going to get. Championship match after championship match after championship match, and a John Cena return. There's no reason for Daniel Bryan or Shane McMahon to take up valuable television time. We had a tag team championship match that took up to 40 minutes of the first hour. We had a women's championship match that took 15 minutes. And we had a triple threat match for the WWE Championship that gave us 30 minutes. Solely dedicated to that alone. Where was there room for an authority figure? Why would you even dare interject an authority figure into this show when there's no need for one? When you know exactly what you're going to get. And the final thing I want to throw at you guys, and I want to make mention of this, and this is not the first time I'm going to make mention of this. I want you guys to realize what you're watching. I want you guys to understand what you're watching with SmackDown. You do realize you are watching a very, very, very... It's eerily similar to what you're watching on Wednesdays with NXT. SmackDown is being booked as if it were NXT. And if that doesn't tell you that that formula works, I don't know what else to explain to you. Look at what they are doing. Look at how the crowd reacted tonight. If you deliver that type of quality repeatedly, week after week after week, and you leave the fans happy, the majority of the fans happy, if you leave the fans wanting more, if you leave them coming back for more next week with this formula, and you repeatedly do that over and over and over again, constantly delivering, fans will be back. Fans will know. Fans will appreciate. Fans will understand. And your audience will grow. This is the formula that works. And I've been explaining this, and I've been really going hard with this all year. And this is why I am such a huge fan of what Triple H is doing with NXT. And this is why I'm such a huge fan of what NXT does as far as storyline progression, telling a story in the ring, presentation, making the overall appearance and show, when it counts, means something. Everything feels special when it comes to a huge event. SmackDown tonight delivered a standard SmackDown on Tuesday night, and it felt like a big deal. It felt like we were watching NXT TakeOver. This was a Grand Slam show. And who is bothering me? Are you fucking serious, Joe Cronin? Joe just got a strike onto it on YouTube. I don't know what's going on with Joe, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Literally, Joe just got a strike on YouTube. He's texting me now. I don't know what's going on with that. I'll text him in a bit. I'll see what's going on with that in a bit. I don't know what's going on with that. Things are fucked up, man. This was a shitty year for a lot of people. NXT and the way they make things feel special is exactly what SmackDown is doing, man. They are using that formula. And like I said, tonight was just a regular SmackDown show on a Tuesday night, and they made it feel special. And like I said in the beginning of this video, it's like they're hungry. They go out there and they know what they have to do. SmackDown drew more people in attendance tonight than Monday Night Raw did last night in the same arena with the same city. What does that tell you? That means more people are interested in what SmackDown is doing. And what are they doing, people? They're giving you exactly the direction that WWE needs to go in. They're giving you substance. There's not much filler on SmackDown. There's not much filler on SmackDown with 2 hours. They're giving you solid in-ring action with story behind it. And that's all we want. If you give us characters people care about, if you give us story in which we can emotionally invest our time in, and you present it in a way that it's can't miss television, like they've been doing, like NXT's been doing, people will watch. People will react like they did tonight in Chicago. People will come back for more. Is there any more I need to tell you as far as SmackDown being the A show? If tonight did not prove that to you, you do not belong watching WWE. You are the reason, and you are the people that are ruining the product. SmackDown absolutely nailed it tonight. There's not one bad thing, minus the commercials. Seemingly happened every fucking 5 minutes. Not one negative thing about this show, minus the commercials, happened tonight. And I commend everybody involved, man. Tonight was a fucking great show. And what more could be said, man? SmackDown ended 2016, the A show, starting this draft. People were shitting all over SmackDown, including me. I wrote them off with the roster that they drafted. Now look at me. Now look at you. Now look at us. We can't get enough of it. And they prove to you and everybody else exactly why they are the A show for WWE. Tonight we had 3 championship matches on SmackDown Live. Tag Team Championship opened the show. And I'll talk about the John Cena situation last, okay? He started the show. But I want to save that for the end because I have an off-the-script extra that's going out tomorrow at 11 a.m. really detailing what's going on with this John Cena AJ Styles situation. I am still confused. I am still very confused by this situation, and we'll save that for the very end. Tag Team Championship opened the show. Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper, the Wyatt family. Freebird rule. In this match, it was Orton and Harper, Wyatt on the outside, versus American Alpha versus Heath Slater and Rhino versus the Usos. Now, the one thing that I was really perplexed by in this match was why the Usos were there. Okay, and I failed to mention this on SmackDown Review last week, but the Usos were not in that Battle Royal in which the Hype Bros won, in which Zack Ryder won when he injured his knee. Now, Zack Ryder's out 6 to 9 months. But the Usos were not in that match, and they were out due to injury. I don't know who was hurt, but one or if not both, the Usos were injured. Where is Breezango? If my memory serves me correctly, Tyler Breeze lasted a very long time in that Battle Royal. In fact, he lasted up until the very end with Connor and Zack Ryder. So why is not Breezango getting an opportunity here, but the Usos, who were not even in the Battle Royal, are getting an opportunity? Why are they shitting all over Tyler Breeze and Fandango? That's something I just don't understand. Now, I'm not shitting on the Usos. I'm not complaining at all. I'm really not. But I think Breezango deserves a chance, being that they did compete last week, whereas the Usos did not. Usos just show up and they're putting it in a fatal 4-way elimination tag team match for the tag team championships. Certainly don't understand that. All right, we had the Usos, and we had the Wyatts, and we had Alpha, and we had Slater and Rhino. Okay, Slater and Rhino, they were eliminated first. Something happened with Heath Slater. Still sick. Can't get over this fucking cough. Slater and Rhino, they were eliminated first. Slater slipped off the top rope. Don't know what happened. I don't know if that was planned or not. It looked like a botch to me. It looked like he legit tried to do something off the top rope, high risk, and he lost his balance. And then that resulted in him losing the match for his team. So they were eliminated, okay? Slater and Rhino, they've been teasing a breakup. We didn't see none of that here tonight. They just left the ringside area. They were the first team eliminated. Usos were the second team eliminated here, okay? And it came down to the Wyatts and American Alpha, which lasted a very long time. And I'm glad that both of these teams really battled it out for the tag team championships. Now, what I loved about this is that the crowd was into it. I loved that we got a rematch from just a couple of weeks ago. I love the fact that everything felt really, really important. The Wyatts were not in this match up until the very end. They strategically stayed on the outside and stayed in their corner until everybody else eliminated themselves. That's the first thing I noticed. Meanwhile, American Alpha was doing work, and Chad Gable was fucking suplexing, powerlifting, deadlifting Rhino, and he was lifting up Luke Harper. Guy's a fucking beast. Guy is an absolute monster. And I love how important the announcers made everything feel. I love how important the tag teams made everything feel. I love how calculating Randy Orton is. I love how cold he has been. I just love him in the Wyatt family, and they are absolutely on fire right now. Absolutely on fire. That entire crowd was chanting RKO. Now, I understand why people might not like Randy Orton and the Wyatts. I understand why they might not like the decision of this match. But, to me, Randy Orton is being used properly right now on SmackDown in helping the Wyatts get over. There was no other direction for the Wyatt family. It's almost as if Randy Orton needed to be there. I don't know if that was planned or not. This looked like it was a thrown together situation. But Randy Orton needed to be in the Wyatt family because the Wyatt family was on SmackDown and they had nothing else to do. You add someone like Randy Orton in the group, they instantly become top tier. What happened tonight? I don't know what the fuck happened tonight, man. Something happened with Randy Orton and Luke Harper that cost them the tag team championships. And I sat there stunned. Not because I didn't like the ending. I sat there because I'm trying to calculate in my mind what WWE is doing right now. Why would they take the title off the Wyatt family when A, they are absolutely scorching hot with the audience, they are the most believable tag team on SmackDown Live, and they, right now, the way they're looking, were virtually unbeatable. Why would you risk all of that to fast track this storyline? Is it because WWE creatively couldn't withstand 4 months of build till WrestleMania? Is it because WWE, as always, becomes impatient and they want to see a payoff right away? But then what does that do to Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper? You know, I would rather keep them in the spotlight with Orton than have Orton break away on his own and pretty much lay waste to the entire Wyatt family. I understand some people's concerns with Randy Orton. Yes, he's a solo act. Yes, he's better on his own. But the thing with Randy Orton you gotta understand is Randy Orton's fucking fantastic at what he does. Randy Orton, if they kept him as a tweener in between, he would be okay. But WWE has this tendency to either put him full-fledged face or full-fledged heel. And then when he's full-fledged heel, he's never really a full-fledged heel. He's always in between. He never reaches that end limit of being a heel. He's always almost there, but he's always in between. And Randy Orton has a tendency, after a while, after a feud or two, to get boring and stale. Randy Orton's dynamic with the Wyatt family has been fantastic. I don't know why they would fast track that to just end that right now. Now, there was no tease of a breakup. We may all be jumping to conclusions here. But what I'm trying to tell you is Randy Orton's been utilized perfectly since his comeback from injury. And I don't know why they would take that away. Now, American Alpha, they certainly deserve the tag team championship. But my mind and my state of thinking is American Alpha have all their career to win the tag team championship. They have all of 2017 to win the tag team championship. They could have reaped the benefits of a legit breakup between Orton, Wyatt, and Harper. Randy Orton is in this now. You needed to seize this now. You needed to build towards a conclusion starting now. And they were just hitting their stride. But WWE went with the unpredictable route. And they gave American Alpha the tag team championships. Again, I have no complaints about giving American Alpha the tag team championships as long as a legit tag team won those belts. As long as a legit tag team won those belts clean with no outside interference. They just reaped the benefits of a miscue from Luke Harper. Like I said, the Wyatts, they didn't tease any breakup. We didn't see any dissension. We didn't hear anything after they lost the belts. All we seen was Bray Wyatt look on really angry as the referee made his 3 count. Maybe we'll find out what happens next week. But right now we're looking at American Alpha as the new SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions. And I am okay with this. I just hope that WWE does not fast track a conclusion for this hot Wyatt family situation. Because right now Randy Orton is being utilized perfectly. And I don't want to see him taken out of this situation in fear of what happens to Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper. That's my mentality. That's my way of thinking. But American Alpha just won the tag team championships. Good on them. I heard from recent reports on Twitter tonight that they came out during the commercial break after they had won the tag team championships to hug their parents. And they were received with "You deserve it" chants from 13,000 people at the Allstate Arena. Great shit, man. And people are telling me, well, JD, maybe this might mean that the Revival make their SmackDown Live debuts in 2017. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. I would love to see a tag team title feud between Alpha and Revival on SmackDown Live with Mauro Ranallo calling the action. I would love to see Revival's brand of tag team wrestling on SmackDown. I think it would be a perfect match. But I don't think that's going to happen immediately. Maybe sometime in 2017. But I don't see that happening right now. What I do see is the Wyatts getting their rematch at the Royal Rumble. Maybe Bray Wyatt gets everybody back on the same page. Maybe the Wyatt family regain the tag team championships. And then we see the breakdown of what happens when they win the title again. Maybe Bray gets everybody back on the same page. Maybe he calms the seas in the Wyatt family. And then the breakdown begins, starting with Randy Orton. I don't know what's going on with that, but it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with the Wyatts and now American Alpha as WWE Smackdown Live Tag Team Champions. SmackDown Live Women's Championship match, Alexa Bliss versus Becky Lynch tonight. Gotta say it, dude. I gotta say it. Alexa Bliss and her pose with the Women's Championship. I know you guys enjoyed that. Pretty damn nice, man. Anyway, Alexa Bliss versus Becky Lynch. This is a rematch from weeks of build and weeks of frustration on Becky Lynch's part. Okay, she got the title taken away from her in a tables match at TLC. Unlucky circumstances. Alexa Bliss wins the title at TLC. As of last week, Alexa Bliss was pretty much cocky up until the point where she just met a Mexican wrestler, masked, who's obviously colorblind. El Luchadora, or whatever the fuck her name is. Or La Luchadora, I don't know. Whatever the case may be, it ended up being Becky Lynch under a mask. And Becky Lynch showed Alexa Bliss that, listen, I can beat you. And now she was granted a Women's Championship match on SmackDown Live, and this is what happened tonight. I will say this about this match. I enjoyed it, but from what I can tell between Alexa and Becky, they might not be the most compatible duo in the ring. Very, very sloppy at points. Very, very sloppy. Botch here, a botch there. But Alexa Bliss, I mean, if there is a success story in 2016, Alexa Bliss is certainly at the top of that list, man. Or at least the top 3. There's a reason why this brand split was put into effect, and Alexa Bliss is reaping the benefits of that brand split, man. She has been fantastic in her role as a heel, as a proponent to Becky Lynch not capturing the Women's Championship. Her facial expressions are great. What she does in the ring as a heel is fantastic. Her heel-like tactics are fantastic. And that proved to be the same thing tonight. Now, a lot of you guys were tweeting me, JD, Alexa Bliss broke her arm. Alexa Bliss certainly tore her arm out of her socket. Guys, none of that is the case, okay? Alexa Bliss won this match because El Luchadora comes down to the ring, or La Luchadora, whatever the fuck her name is, man. I don't speak Spanish, okay? So this masked wrestler comes down, and this got everybody talking because we seen a clear as day shot of her face. Now, it's nobody that's on the active roster. It's not Naomi. It's not Natalya. It's not Paige. It's not Tamina. Okay? It's not Eva Marie. It's somebody that we don't know. We got a still shot, and if you scour on Twitter, I'm sure you'll see somebody tweeting it. We got a still up-close shot of this woman's face, and it's nobody on the main roster. Now, some of you guys are saying Mickie James. This woman had dark skin. It's not Mickie James, okay? Some of you are saying Deonna Purrazzo from NXT. I doubt that as well. Some of you said Carmella. I doubt that as well. I don't know who this is. It's not Ember Moon. It's not Nia Jax. It's not Sasha Banks. I don't know who it is. I don't know if this is going to be a ongoing thing, but I'm very interested to know who came down and assisted Alexa Bliss in winning this match and retaining the Women's Championship. Now, La Luchadora ran down and distracted Becky Lynch, allowing Alexa Bliss to roll her up, okay, for a near fall. We got Bliss nailing Becky Lynch with the forearm, and then Bliss went to the top rope, missed her sparkle splash, and Becky Lynch rolled her up for a 2. Lynch then went for her finishing move, but Bliss got the bottom rope, and this time the referee seen it. Luchadora then attacked Becky Lynch, and because of this, Bliss hit a DDT, and she pins Becky Lynch for the 1-2-3. We didn't see Luchadora. We didn't see Luchadora at all after the match. And the referee, during this entire thing, Bliss played possum. You guys thought her arm was broken. Becky Lynch is double jointed. There's no way that her arm is broken. If her arm was broken, she would have been screaming in pain. If her arm was broken, you would have seen the referee throw the X up. If her arm was broken, the match would have come to a stop. Becky Lynch lost because Alexa Bliss played possum and was assisted by Luchadora. And after that, we all realized that there was nothing wrong with Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss is just that damn good at what she does. And she's still the women's champion. Sloppy match here and there. Kind of intrigued by the ending. I would like to know who's under the mask. But Becky Lynch, again, screwed out of a championship because of Alexa Bliss's cheating ways. Maybe we're going to get another rematch. I don't know. Maybe Daniel Bryan or Shane McMahon is going to have something to say about this. I don't know. But Alexa Bliss retains the title. She thwarts Becky Lynch and holds off Becky Lynch from retaining the Women's Championship on SmackDown Live. This was a great segment, and I really, really like this. The Miz was backstage, and he had his own locker room, double door, Hollywood-esque. Every time someone would knock on the door, you had his wife answer the door, okay? They had this, I forgot her name, I don't know her name. One of those random new females that are a backstage interviewer for SmackDown. She knocked on the door, and The Miz didn't want anything to do with her. He was like, if you are not Renee Young, please leave. Go get Renee Young and have her interview me. That's all I ask. So Renee Young is seen interviewing The Miz. You got The Miz's wife, Maurice, pretty much scolding Renee Young for slapping The Miz last week after what he said. And The Miz comes out of his dressing room. He tells his wife to calm down. Renee Young reluctantly asking him a question. And he had security guards all around his door. Okay, big jacked up dudes. This one security guard was pretty much breathing down his neck. And The Miz says, you know what, guys? I got this. Go away. Go away. I don't need you right now. So Renee Young is there with The Miz. Security guards are all, walking away. And into the frame walks Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose is standing there. Crowd's going crazy. Renee Young starts smiling. The Miz stops mid-sentence as he was about to answer Renee Young's question. He turns around. Dean Ambrose smashes him against the brick wall that's right next to the right next to his locker room, right next to his dressing room, and they start brawling. He's calling for the security. They all jump on Ambrose. Miz crawls away and runs away. He escapes. Ambrose is left all by himself. The security guard's all knocked out. He picks up the walkie-talkie, and he starts talking into the walkie-talkie as if he's a fucking security guard. Everybody's going crazy. Dean Ambrose showing you that he is really a fucking lunatic. So I'm liking this feud, man. These little things. Last week was fucking great because it added a dash of realism with the Renee Young. Oh, you're the one sleeping with him. And now this week, Dean Ambrose pretty much getting back or trying to get back at what The Miz did to Renee Young. I wonder if Renee Young is going to be a nice proponent in this feud. And they actually booked the match next week. Intercontinental Championship, starting off with a bang in 2017 SmackDown. The Miz will defend the IC title against Dean Ambrose next week on the first SmackDown of 2017. Nikki Bella was interviewed backstage. She said that she was the longest reigning Divas champion, came back from neck surgery, not because of anything else, but because of her determination. She said that she is in love with John Cena. She said that she will tell Natalya what she thinks of Natalya to her face. And that was pretty much that. We didn't see Natalya at all on this episode of SmackDown. Baron Corbin was interviewed. Him swaying like he's fucking standing there about to receive a fatality in Mortal Kombat, Or either that or he's fucking dancing. I don't know. But this was a damn good interview from Baron Corbin. Quick, precise, to the point, direct. Corbin was interviewed. Corbin said that he should have been seen as a top star a long time ago, and he vowed to tonight become the WWE champion, and that all these little guys will learn a lesson. That was Baron Corbin's thing back down in NXT. They brought in an Austin Aries, they brought in a fucking Sami Zayn, and all these small independent guys, right? These guys who made a big name elsewhere. Their first match usually was with a Baron Corbin down at NXT. So that was his thing, beating up well-known, smaller indie guys. AJ Styles is, he made his name on the independent scene. And Pretty much that's what it reminded me of when I heard Baron Corbin talk and referenced them as little guys. WWE Championship triple threat match here. AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin versus Dolph Ziggler for the world title. And I will say this, man. You really don't see main event matches on television the caliber of this one. Rarely do you see it on Monday Night Raw. And I mean rarely do you see a quality main event. This was a pay-per-view worthy main event to close SmackDown. Maybe once, maybe twice a year, you'll see it on Monday Night Raw. SmackDown's been delivering quality main events, not every week, but it's been pretty damn consistent. Whether it's Styles or Ziggler or Ambrose, or Styles and Ambrose, whatever the case may be. You know, minus the Ellsworth shit. They've been delivering pretty damn good main events. This one, post-draft, was probably the best main event that SmackDown has put on all year. This was a pay-per-view caliber main event match. And going into this, Baron Corbin was put into this, per reports, to pretty much limit the workload for AJ Styles. And that's exactly what happened here. AJ Styles, he took his bumps. He took some pretty nasty bumps in this match. But he wasn't the focus of this match. The focus of this match, in fact, was Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin came out of this looking like a legit main event guy. Baron Corbin came out of this looking like he could hang with an AJ Styles. Like he could hang with a Dolph Ziggler. Like he could hang, potentially in 2017, with a John Cena. Baron Corbin owned the good part of half a match here. And I was thrilled about that. They gave him time to beat up Styles. They gave him time to beat up Ziggler. They gave him time to hit all his special moves. He attempted the end of days twice and failed. The third time he nailed it. It was at the same time that Dolph Ziggler was hitting a zigzag. Beautiful spot. Now, I know I'm not the only one who was hoping for a phenomenal forearm reversed into an end of days. I would have fucking marked the fuck out if I seen that. But we didn't get that. I'll take the end of days and the zigzag at the same time as a consolation prize. But Baron Corbin, I've been saying this for weeks now, man. Baron Corbin's going to have a big year in 2017. He's going to have a breakout year in 2017. And mark my words, I guarantee you, Baron Corbin will be WWE Champion in 2017. Guarantee it. The guy has tremendous upside. And did you see his entrance tonight? I haven't seen that before, man. Usually it's just red and black. They got a fucking broken down city in the background, crumbled walkway as if like a fucking earthquake just ran through the city, and these dark clouds just covering the city on the Titantron as it makes its way down the entrance, man. I don't know if you guys noticed that. That entrance is fucking legit, bro. Baron Corbin is going to be a fucking superstar in 2017. Mark my words. He went into this with a huge question mark. He passed the test as far as I'm concerned with flying colors. Easy. Easy. This match, for the better half of the first part of this match, was all about Baron Corbin. And then he was such a dominating aspect in this match that at one point Styles and Ziggler, who are by no means friends, teamed up to eliminate a common threat so that they can concentrate on one another. They tried to eliminate Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin at one part was rearranging furniture on the outside, taking the announce desk and pretty much eliminating all the shit on top of it as if he was going to put someone through the announce table. It was until then that AJ Styles hit a jumping phenomenal forearm off the steel steps. Ziggler hit a massive super kick on Baron Corbin, and he was laid waste right on top of the announce table. At that point, it was AJ Styles and Dolph Ziggler in tandem doing a double leg drop right through the table, right through Baron Corbin. Crowd was going fucking crazy. He was taken out of the match. And now AJ Styles and Dolph Ziggler could concentrate on themselves. Ziggler had a few near falls. He hit a beautiful super kick in which Baron Corbin was, I'm assuming, supposed to make the save, pretty much getting up from the rubble that AJ Styles and Dolph Ziggler put him through. I believe he was maybe a second late. Good thing AJ Styles had the wherewithal to kick out of that super kick. Otherwise, that would have been a massive botch. And I know for a fact that was a botch spot, because it looked like AJ Styles was not going to kick out of that, and he barely kicked out of that. It's like the referee stopped his 3 count. I don't know if you guys seen that. But good thing AJ Styles had it within him to get his left shoulder up. After that, we had that end of days zigzag combination, and this match had all the high spots going down the stretch, man. Crowd was into it. Crowd was eating the near falls. They loved every minute of it. And then Ziggler recovered. He covered Corbin for a 2 count. Styles then hit a springboard forearm. The phenomenal forearm for the win. He pins Dolph Ziggler. Baron Corbin rolls out of the ring. 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles retains the WWE Championship. And then with 5 minutes left in the show, John Cena, his music hits on the PA. He runs down to the ring. He and Styles have a stare down. Cena wanted to shake his hand. AJ Styles is very hesitant about shaking John Cena's hand. He lays the title belt right in between them, and he shakes his hand, and he starts yelling at John Cena, "This title is not going anywhere." And that is your main event for the Royal Rumble. WWE Championship anyway. Your main event for the SmackDown side. John Cena versus AJ Styles. Now, John Cena came out to open the show, and he was pretty much playing the crowd. Crowd was chanting CM Punk. Crowd was chanting, "Let's go Cena. Cena sucks." Love him or hate him, John Cena is very, very vital to SmackDown. I understand some of you guys might not like him, but there's nobody in the WWE that is going to get a reaction from the WWE Universe like John Cena does. Every time John Cena is in a match, every time John Cena is in a segment, every time John Cena is in a ring, the crowd is divided and the crowd is alive. Nobody else on the roster right now, especially on the Raw side, is doing that. I want to see the crowd like they are when John Cena's in the ring. And that's why he's so vital, and that's why I absolutely missed him on SmackDown. And by no means am I a fan of John Cena. I am not a fan of John Cena. I don't like the character that John Cena portrays. I do think John Cena has buried many a talent over the years. And he's had political pull to the point where he's had some people expelled from WWE. But that does not mean that he's not for the WWE. That does not mean that he's not important to the WWE. That does not mean he does not care about what happens in that ring night in and night out. John Cena, as far as we know, out of recent champions, was the best United States champion that WWE has seen. Every week, he put that title on the line. Every week, he made that title feel special. John Cena is important to anything WWE asks him to do. Simple as that. He came out tonight, he asked the crowd, "What am I doing here? What am I doing here?" Crowd started to chant Undertaker. And then he's like, "You know what? That brings me to what I'm about to say. I hear stuff like that, and I'm here to tell you exactly what I gotta tell you. People are calling me a part-timer. People are telling me that I am run down, I'm broken down, that I got one foot out the door and I'm gonna be in Hollywood, that I don't care about WWE anymore." Well, let me tell you something. 2017 is gonna be my year. 2016 might not have been the best year for John Cena, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna lay down and just pack up my bags. You know? John Cena knows only one thing, and that is to get back up and show you guys exactly why the champ is here. Now, I don't like all that mumbo jumbo. I don't like that shit. But when John Cena's got a microphone in his hand, you know shit is about to go down. And when he uses the tone that he did tonight, you know it's important. John Cena proclaimed that he's going to be watching the main event intently. The winner of this match tonight, which was AJ Styles, he is challenging the WWE Champion, whomever that may be, one-on-one for the Royal Rumble. Why? Because he is John Cena. Heel tendencies by John Cena tonight. Heel tendencies by John Cena, and I loved it. Dropped the microphone. He didn't give a fuck what anybody thought about him. Why am I challenging AJ Styles? What makes me the number one contender out of everybody else? Because I'm fucking John Cena. That's why. That's the tone I got from John Cena tonight. And there's no way you can hate on that, man. John Cena is important to SmackDown, and he was sorely missed. Now, I don't know what's going on with the Royal Rumble. I don't know what's going on with the WWE Championship. I don't know what's going on with this Elimination Chamber news. I don't know what's going on with The Undertaker. I'm hearing things all over the place as it comes to the WWE Championship. We're going to talk about it on Off the Script tomorrow. Off the Script Extra. Apparently, the Elimination Chamber main event for the WWE Championship was leaked by Ticketmaster.com. They leaked John Cena versus AJ Styles, in which AJ Styles would be defending the WWE Championship against John Cena in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Usually 2 out of 3 falls is something that the babyface wants and asks for because he was cheated. Now, I don't know what's going to happen at the Royal Rumble, but Ticketmaster apparently leaked 2 out of 3 falls, WWE Championship, Cena Styles, Elimination Chamber. What does this mean? If they stated that Styles is defending the title, doesn't that mean AJ Styles is going to beat John Cena at the Royal Rumble? Before this announcement was made tonight, people were wondering if there was even going to be a WWE Championship match at the Royal Rumble. So what is the Chamber going to be used for? If we're not getting Styles versus Undertaker at Royal Rumble, and we're going to get Styles versus Cena again at the Chamber, where does this leave The Undertaker? Is The Undertaker going to be in the Elimination Chamber? You're going to put a 51-year-old Undertaker inside the Chamber? You're going to put a 51-year-old Undertaker who's coming off hip replacement surgery in the Elimination Chamber? I don't know what's going on with that, man. And if Styles is really going to fight Cena at the Elimination Chamber, he pretty much has to win. He pretty much has to win the Rumble. He has to win at the Royal Rumble. Because you got to look at it this way. If Styles wins at the Rumble, Cena has the opportunity to get another rematch somehow, right? If Styles then loses to Cena at Elimination Chamber, Styles can then ask for his rematch at WrestleMania. And then Undertaker can win the Elimination Chamber. If that is the case, then we could get a triple threat match. But if Cena wins at Royal Rumble, and then Styles again goes into Chamber and falls to Cena again, where does that leave Styles for WrestleMania? So pretty much all indications are pointing to AJ Styles beating John Cena at the Royal Rumble. He's got to beat Cena at the Rumble. Cena then could beat Styles at Chamber in the 2 out of 3 falls, win the title, have his 16th reign, and then Styles can ask for his rematch and be put in a high-profile match at WrestleMania. And then wherever you want to put The Undertaker, however you want to fit in The Undertaker, by all means, put him in there. Now, I would have liked to have Styles versus Undertaker at Royal Rumble, but maybe The Undertaker wasn't ready. I would have loved to see that. I would have loved to have The Undertaker win, Cena win the Chamber. We get the simple route of Cena-Undertaker, and however you want to book that match at WrestleMania, by all means, book it how you want. But WWE seems to be going the complete opposite direction. We're getting Styles versus Cena, not once, but twice. What's going to happen with the Chamber? Who's going to be in the Chamber? And what does this mean for the Royal Rumble? People are telling me, well, JD, Undertaker could win the Royal Rumble. But then who's going to win the fucking Chamber? What is the use of the Chamber then? If the Undertaker wins the Royal Rumble? Doesn't make any sense. Undertaker would have to win the Chamber. And a Raw superstar, more than likely, is going to win the Royal Rumble. I don't know, man. So many ins and outs with this news that broke today. But Cena is getting his title shot. Come back, ask for a title shot. He got it. Why? Because he's fucking John Cena. And SmackDown really, really, really impressed me tonight, man. Great fucking show. And they got a lot of different directions that they can go in. And it's very, very intriguing right now. Don't know what's going to go on. But I'll tell you what. SmackDown ended 2016 with a fucking Grand Slam. And it looks like they're going to continue that going into 2017. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Thank you guys so much. Hit that thumbs up. Let me know what you thought of SmackDown Live tonight. And until then, Off the Script Extra, live tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Make sure you guys tune in to that. And then we got Lucha Underground on Thursday, NXT on Thursday, Out of Nowhere tomorrow night as well. Or tonight, rather. Tonight as well. Oh, no, not tonight. Tomorrow night. I'm fucking exhausted, man. But regardless, you guys got content all week. And then Off the Script, episode 150 on Friday, as always. Hit that thumbs up. I'm JD. Hope you enjoyed the review. Check the description for anything that you might have missed and all my t-shirts and Twitter and YouTube and Patreon, all that shit. But thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for Off the Script Extra. Until then, I'm JD. Have a great night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for Off the Script.